Sean Y. Sorry, it's been a couple weeks since I've done a video. It's been kind of busy. I took in, I got this guy here. It's a new little member of the family here. I've not yet named him anything. I'll call him Kitty right now. kind of looks like, your cat, EXP. Just not as fat. But I don't know. He's skinny. Neighbors, say neighbors, people down the street. I don't know. I guess it was hanging out at its house. It looks like maybe that somebody owned it at one time. And I don't know, just let it out or what. Nobody's claimed it. Those people couldn't keep it. They was gonna put it in a shelter. It'd been running around in the cold, so he took him in. We're trying it out, but it's taking it a second to get used to the dogs. That's why I got him in here and got the dogs downstairs. But they get used to each other. He's stating his ground with them. He's bopped one of them a couple times with his paws. But anyway, other than that, it's just I've been wanting to do some videos, and every time I think about doing a video, which I see a lot of people covering some stuff that I want to, and I knew they would. I mean, you got Review Manify. As soon as something pops up, he's on it. Political Port, she's on it, and a lot of people, it's like I don't like grabbing every article that comes out of news that I feel like, I don't know, I just know that them guys, some are going to talk about it, so I'm like, why do I need to? But at the same time, I guess I assume that everybody that goes to my channel knows who Review Manify and Team Wake 'em Up is, or the Political Port, and maybe they don't, so maybe I should talk about this stuff, I guess. But there's also this part where I know, and like most of us should, unless you're just kind of new to waking up and you're just searching for truth, you should know that the media is not putting out the truth, or it's controlled truth. And that's why I'm like so leery anymore about just grabbing some videos and doing something on it. Because if it's out there, you gotta know that the media let it out there. They let it be, so whether it's fear mongering, whether it's disinfo, whether it's real legit story, we don't know. It's hard to tell. Just like the stuff going on in Connecticut right now. That's big if it's really, really going on. And yeah, it can be. It possibly, this could be legit. I know, we all know, like it's awake, know that that's what the whole point of Sandy Hook was. To push for these gun laws that eventually get the guns out of our hands. Everybody jumps to gun bans, gun bans. Well, that's not how it always works. It's like, well, you gotta understand that they put these laws in place, these little laws that seem reasonable, or as they sit there and talk about all the time. We get, let's have sensible and reasonable gun. Hey, don't bite me. I think it wants attention, but and it's like the gun manufacturers ain't gonna turn around and just make guns just for, or make those magazines, that size magazines. They just pretty much eliminated all the ammo, or the guns that can hold those type of rounds be modified. It's stuff like that. When they put these what seem like little laws in, and call them assault weapons, or anything that could be modified into assault weapon, is what you find out that it's just the language is there to ban pretty much all the guns. And it's it's insane. It really is. I really don't know what to think about this Connecticut stuff going on right now. You got to take in the fact that this is the same state that did Sandy Hook hoax. So, and you got to know that for them to pull that off, that there were some big players in that. Probably the mayors, I mean, who knows how high it goes up. But you don't pull something like that off and the big honchos not know what's going on. All right, so knowing that that's a controlled kind of state, what I consider that a controlled state. When I say controlled, I mean that obviously there's some big players that live in that area, whether these elite families or whatever you want to call them. A lot of big elite CIA families or something live in these areas, I think, because it seems like a lot of these hoaxes and shootings are going on in those states and around the same areas. So, is that state pretty much controlled? If that's true, are they just fear-mongering everybody with this so-called gun grab story? Is there really a gun grab, like, talk going on, a real one? Or is it just fear-mongering? So you guys sit there and take all that in effect. So that's why I don't like talking about this stuff. It's like, man, do I just take it at not face value, but sit there and say, okay, hypothetically, let's say this is a real story. Well, this is why they did Sandy Hook, so they could come and get the guns. Or do you just say, man, it's coming out of the news and it's chaos. It's order out of chaos, and that's exactly what this beast system is all about. This is them creating a chaos, and then the phoenix is going to rise out of the ashes. It's going to rise out of this chaos. The Antichrist is going to come out of this chaos and form so-called order, which it's not going to be order. There is not ever going to be no peace. There's not going to, until Christ comes, there is not going to be peace. And Christ isn't coming. Don't get me wrong. When he comes back, that's not a good thing for the people here on this planet. The Christians that aren't, the people that did not accept Christ through faith and are not raptured out of here, I was telling you right now, return to Christ. He's actually coming back to earth is to take care of business. It's for judgment, and that's not a good thing. So you don't want to be there. So I'm getting way off subject, but I haven't done a video in a while, so I'm ranting. But I'm trying to pet the kitty at the same time. I just think it's kind of been overwhelming with everything going on. I got a couple videos in the works that with my dad, and I said I think I finally talked him into doing a series with me on something. So I definitely got some good stuff coming up. It's just I'm trying on the stuff that I really want to cover thorough. I want to do it right and not just kind of ramble around. So like I definitely got another one on Sandy Hook. I keep talking to him. I want to do. So I'm going to stop that rant right there. And I'm going to try here in the next, by this weekend, get something together, a good video put up. But that was my rant. I just want to show a kitty, kind of tell you what I've been doing, and say, let people know I haven't left, haven't went anywhere. So, okay. God bless. Good night.